not going to make this review. I thought that I was not going to watch this movie. I had reasons for not watching this movie, mainly due to the fact that I had seen trailers that disturbed me. Now, what trailer disturbed you, you might ask? Well, it involved a pug and a big red dog. Yeah. If you do not know the trailer that I am referring to, good for you. I will forever have that image in my head. And now that I have seen the movie, I will still have forever that image in my head. It just kind of happened. I did not want to see it, but I saw it. And that's basically it. But I'm going to do a review about it because I kind of feel like I have to. Today I'm going to be reviewing Clifford. And there's not really much to say other than it was a cute kids movie. But if I am reviewing it critically, as a fan who watched it growing up, and now this movie is out in the world, I have things I need to say. I feel like I'm obligated to say them. I'm not sure if this movie should have been made, because in it being made, us who did see it as kids would want to see it. So many did. But this movie was disturbing in many ways. First of all, the puppy did not look like a puppy. The puppy looked completely unproportionate dog. I was sitting there looking at the screen and I was like, that dog does not look like a dog. The torso is way too big and the head is way too small. And the color red that they chose to use for it looks completely CGI. And yes, the beginning scene with the mom was kind of sad. When you think of it like as a dog, you know? But when you're looking at it, you're just like, okay, you know? I thought it was cute. The fact that he grew to his whole size overnight, and fit in that tiny apartment, I do not understand. They had him in a truck for most of the movie. And people were afraid of this dog, naturally, because it's a giant red dog. And the thing is, they made Clifford do a lot of dog things. So there was a lot of butt smelling. There was a lot of just dogs doing dog stuff. And the thing is, I'm used to Clifford talking. And I get that would have been creepier. But I didn't believe the movie. Because it didn't feel like a Clifford movie. It just felt like what should have been a Clifford movie, or could have been a Clifford movie, rather. There were so many things that I don't even know where to begin. If you're just a kid who was watching this movie, it was a very cute movie, had a very heartfelt message to it. If you are watching this and you are someone like me who grew up watching Clifford, you will be very confused and you will have a lot of questions. Maybe you didn't watch it. I wish I was one of those people. I had planned to be one of those people. Anyway, but basically, Clifford is found by this one guy who can give animals basically like these otherworldly abilities for the people that he gives them to, and it helps those people out. But Clifford was born red, so I don't get how this guy just kind of like, it would have made sense if he had him before, but he didn't. He just found him, and then the dog could grow bigger. So I don't know. Clifford trying to act like a pigeon was very cute. Clifford almost being killed by cars hurt my soul. And then when he was big, and there's just so many things like that just was going wrong, and obviously because he's a big dog, like it just was like people were terrified. not the government, the police got involved. The government should have gotten involved. The police got involved. Or maybe the government did get involved, but it was mainly the police. And they tried to capture Clifford, this guy who has all these science experiments, which I don't think should be allowed. Him trying to like improve humanity and save people and everything, and he's experimenting like on sheep and stuff and everything, and then he claims that Clifford is one of his experiments, and because he doesn't understand how the dog got that big, and he wants to kind of like basically turn him into a science project and explore why. For the kids watching, that's a simplified version. Um, so yeah, um, then he's chasing him down. He's like mistreating these people, and I don't know how he's even like allowed to get as far as he does. And these people are so gullible. The people who loved Clifford, they were awesome. You know, like the everything that they did, they just were like they helped out the movie. They were just very helpful, very sarcastic, and very funny in all the right places of the movie. Emily Elizabeth, I do not believe she was Emily Elizabeth. And then just like the house she lived in and her uncle, and it wasn't believable. If it was like a different movie, I would have believed the situation, but me like watching this, I just didn't believe it was a Clifford movie. It was just a movie about a giant red dog that resembled Clifford. And yeah, like they were going to send Clifford away because they were going to go and um basically capture him and everything, and then they end up Clifford ends up being captured, and they end up going to the laboratory, and he was like sedated, and he's like asleep on the bed and everything. It just didn't feel right. It felt like Clifford was an alien in the whole entire movie. And then the guy basically like he was like, if you love this dog enough, like it will grow bigger. And then she was like, well, can you make him small again? And he's like, well, why would you want him small? It's like, well, there's reasons. But I get it that in the real world you would think what would make people love a giant red dog like in this completely utopian society that they have had us believing in the cartoon. But I just was like, I'd rather it have been something else. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what I would have wanted. I just this always happens to me. I'll be back. But yeah, this movie is a kids movie for this generation that they would enjoy, but has no attachment whatsoever other than the name to the original, and brings me no nostalgia, only brings me pain. I will say my dogs enjoyed it. They were barking at the screen and like crying when Clifford was like being captured. And that was interesting because I've never seen my dogs enjoy a movie like that. They usually just kind of sit with us. So the fact that they were very invested in this movie, maybe it was just a dog movie. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. I just felt like I should do a review, but it's giving me a headache trying to like think about it because this movie is just not what I wanted or what it should have been. And I shouldn't have watched it, and I shouldn't be doing this review, but now I am. And this is probably very disturbing for you. um, that's really all I have to say. As someone who just like, you grew up with these things and then it's a disappointment. It's hard, and it's kind of like a jab at my heart because it's like that could have been done differently, or it could have not been done at all. So yeah. Um, if you want to take your kid to go watch it, go ahead. I think they'll enjoy it. If you grew up watching Clifford, I don't think you'll enjoy it as much, but maybe it'll bring you some happiness seeing your kid enjoy it, and then maybe some pain knowing that your kid will now know this as Clifford, and you should show them the original. But maybe they won't get it because this generation does not. And I'm just being depressing on here. I just feel like kids nowadays, they like different things, and that's on them, but they will never know what it was like back in the day, and I wish they would, because back in the day it was nice. I just hope that they don't go making a Dragon Trails. You see where my brain is going? A Dragon Tales remake. That's gonna be really, really weird, and I don't feel like seeing those dragon CGI. I really don't. I mean, if they make it, no, not even gonna go there. Not even gonna go there. Um, some remakes are really good. Some things that they're bringing back are good. They're decent. They will never amount to the original. I don't think any of them will ever amount to the original. But I think everyone agrees with me on that. Yeah. I feel like enough has been said. Maybe not nothing at all has been said that you find worthy of an interview, a review. This is hard. This is very hard. But basically the whole movie is them trying to get rid of Clifford, and then when they are getting rid of Clifford, they don't want Clifford to be captured, and then the whole movie is also Emily Elizabeth trying to prove that Clifford is just this one big happy dog that deserves to be loved, and I think that's a beautiful message. I just wanted to feel like it was Clifford. All right, that's it. That's it for this review. Probably shouldn't have done it, but it's out there. It's in the world. Thank you all for watching, and I hope to see y'all real soon. Bye.